They didn't even have the decency to draw it closed. Well, what now? Ah, my back! Old man or no, there's still life in these old bones of mine. You'll see. Spitsbergen Air. That was Barney's favorite brand. Until Lissa took a bottle of it to the lab. Great scent, but nasty stuff. What does it say? Attention! Easily inflammable. In case of fire, do not inhale black smoke under any circumstances. Danger of death. By now, Barney has come to his senses and wears a beard, too. Now I only need a plan. A metal comb. A jimmy and a screwdriver would be better, but beggars can't be choosers. They locked it. It was to be expected that the bonds wouldn't hold long. I can see a fjord down there. Thank God we are still in Norway. A Phillips screw. It was used to screw something to the exterior of the helicopter. I need more than my calloused fingers. It's a little brittle in the middle, but otherwise in good condition. The only way to get the two together again is this. What a stupid plan. But it works. I must be careful not to become as destructive as these activists. There, I can get out. Swedish mystery stories. An album with the title My Very First Photos, an encyclopedia about comics, and a career planner with the title Roving Reporter in 3 Days. There's a cable sticking out from behind the books. This cable here. I'd better remove the books first. A cable for God knows what. A dictaphone under the pillow? That looks suspiciously like a dream diary, and I always thought Dr. Angus made that up to annoy me. Just a second. What's this? Some strange plastic net got caught in the earphones. I'd better take it. Augie's Creative Works, Parts 1 and 2.
This Faye is a stunner. If only half of what she says is true, then wow, I've got it made. Of course I would need a better agent, or no, I'm gonna do it on my own. Bonsai climate change! God, she's cute.
Sounds like Faye has an admirer. That's the thug with the log. I'd never thought Faye to be one to have friends like that. Oh. I can see a radio terminal in the next room. If this Faye person wasn't around, I could try to make a call for help. From all I know about her, that thing could explode in her hands. I better get out of the way. Finally, a friendly face. Finally. It connects the intercom to the cockpit. I might as well herald my coming with big fanfares. She would spot me immediately. It runs through the wall and behind the bookshelf in the adjoining room. It's on. Well, we are recording. Whatever this is, it is connected to the cockpit.
You're lazing in the sun all day, and when you are needed, you just babble and stutter. Yeah, don't look like that. The innocent act doesn't cut it anymore. Okay, I got your tongue now? You old bag of bones are nobody anyway.
Lovely. A memorial for future generations. I haven't had this much excitement in years. A dictaphone with these earphones you see everywhere these days. No one will miss these new-fashioned earphones. That could actually work. Nothing happens. The tape is fine, though. Must be the speakers. The intercom is connected, but it doesn't make a difference because it's off. Oh, the pages weren't loose. They just seemed to be. More aftershave and the pages will dissolve completely. That should hold. No, dear. I hope this works out. Luckily, the smoke is blown out immediately. Well, the connection is established.
You're lazing in the sun all day, and when you are needed, you just babble and stutter. Yeah, don't look like that. The innocent act doesn't cut it anymore.
Act?
You old bag of bones are nobody anyway.
How dare you? You don't even know me. I'm doing so much and I take care of everything and you just look on.
What's up? What are you doing here? I didn't say anything.
You are a brat. Apologize.
I'm sorry?
For what?
For the things I said?
And what did you say?
Nothing?
Uh-oh, now I did it. A discarded scientist against Bonnie and Clyde. Gee, that should be fun.
I don't understand much about you and your time, but I don't deserve that. So stop changing the subject and tell me why.
Faye! Faye! Faye, 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 the door!
What? Bent?
Looks like the tables have turned.
Bent? Let me out!
I don't doubt you pursue a noble cause, but the end doesn't always justify the means.
I'm sorry, Bent. I was against violence. That was Augie's idea. I couldn't. I can't. We need you. So much depends on you.
I've had enough of your lies.
Bent, billions of people will die, and only you can save them.
Nonsense. One man responsible for the future of mankind? I don't think so.
It's true. Each one man. And you in particular. Please, let me tell you the rest of the story. It doesn't take place in the future, but here in Norway. Maybe that will be easier for you to believe.
I would love to believe that my algae will one day power the whole world. But one thing's for certain, I'll not leave it in your hands. You gambled away my trust.
But what will happen with it? I'm the only one left that still believes in your research. You don't even believe in it anymore.
Enough. No more fooling around.
Faye, look, I'm gonna help you. Just you wait and see. 1, 2, 3, and...
Talked about this like adults, but you don't leave me a choice. I will never, ever...
Ha! Told you so. The old goat is almost done in for.
He's right. The old goat is almost done in for. Time for Plan B. Great idea. Well, and now leave me alone, please.
How can you be so stubborn?
Excuse me?
How can you spurn your responsibilities like that?
Huh. Now you listen to me. My whole life, I fought to prevent the kind of world you described. I was so possessed with the future, I even sacrificed my family for it. And then, out of the blue, a woman knocks on my door and dares to tell me I spurn my responsibilities?
I didn't know that.
I just want to be left in peace, for Christ's sake. And since I can't get that here, I'm going to call the authorities now.
I'm sorry.
So am I. Did they kidnap you for your research too, these maniacs? He can plan his own breakout. I've got my hands full with my own. Hello? Mayday! Mayday! I am being kidnapped. Can someone hear me?
Hello? I can hear you. Who's there?
My name is Ben Svensson. I am being held by a group of maniacs.
Svensson?
Yes, I think I'm on board a helicopter. I've no idea what they are planning. They came to my house, told me some fairy tales. Then they knocked me out. I'm being kidnapped, for Christ's sake. Do you read me? Hello? Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. Turn on the monitor.
Beg your pardon?
Do you see that, Svensson? Do you see that? It's not a fairy tale. It's the truth.
No.
Take a good look, Ben. What you are seeing is your future.
No. Liars. Crooks. Curse you. I'll...
Yeah, that's how I reacted too.
I think it's time to tell the rest of the story.
Oh, may I? Don't get me wrong, but your version always sounds so dry. May I introduce myself? My name is Leif Olgerson, but my friends call me Augie. I'm a freelance journalist. I was working on my report about the demonstration in front of the headquarters of the Energy Inspection Authority. I was sitting right there at the cutting desk when it happened. Who's there? What? Ah!
We are here. She really did it. Radio operator Faye sabotaged the Phoenix plan.
Oh, I feel sick.
Pull yourself together.
What are all these people doing here?
Why don't you tell me? You are the specialist after all.
Looks like they are here for the conference too.
Bah, they won't get anywhere just standing around waving posters. That's why we jumped back to this time, because people were all talk and no action.
That's not fair, Salvador. They don't know what we know. They don't know that they only have a week left before the accident in the Indez power plant happens, and they don't know about the consequences. If I could just find a way to join the conference, then I could find a way to convince them to shut down the power plant.
Do you really believe they'll listen to you?
I don't know. I hope they will.
Then I'm hoping you can deal with the pressure. You know what's on the line.
Oh, dear. In with it. The brew is still hot. Very good. This looks like our saccharide units. These are saccharide units. I'd better not put anything in this brew. I don't want it to taste bad. Zulu Fire Spice Mix. Looks pretty dangerous. Oh, an old camera. One of those that can only take pictures and not videos. Oops. Wow, that was quick. Somehow, I look really stupid in the photo. Hello? Is someone there?
La 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 la. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Back to your dimensions, demons. I'm warning you. I'm the press.
I can say what I want, but he won't listen to me. Empty. Empty. Ah, scissors. I'll take them with me. The big glowing field says, "Open."
Protect the environment before it's too late.
Protect the environment before it's too late.
Yes, you are right. If
No nuclear power.
No nuclear power. No nuclear power.
we have to shut down the Indes power plant immediately, or else...
Or else what? You don't decide that. Those who have any say in the matter are attending the conference inside. And even they only listen to what experts like this Dr. Brown tell them.
Brown? He's just a puppet of the industry.
Always these conspiracy theories. You'd better save your shouting for something else. Bugger off!
I've never seen so many people in one place. Hello.
May the earth be with you. What can we do for you?
I'm looking for a way to join the conference.
If you don't have an invitation or are a member of the press, they won't let you in.
But I have an important message for the conference. If they extend the license for the power plant, something terrible is going to happen.
They don't care. The only thing they care about is money. And then they use this expert, Dr. Brown, as an excuse. The decision will depend on his report. But they bought him too.
And why are you here if they've already made up their mind?
We want to show them how many people are against nuclear power plants. Maybe they will reconsider.
What do you think about the doorman?
He doesn't look like a nice guy. More like a thug.
But so far, he kept his head. I hope it will stay this way.
I have some hot coffee for you.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice.
Could I borrow your megaphone real quick?
What do you need it for?
Well, I want to get a message across to people who refuse to listen.
Sounds familiar. Okay, you can have it. We have a spare one anyway. But you'll bring it back, promise?
I will. Promise. Hello?
Yes?
May I enter?
Only if you can identify yourself. Do you have an invitation to the conference, or are you a member of the press?
I am a member of the press.
Fine. Show me your press card.
I don't have it with me.
Then go get it. You won't get in without a press ID. Sorry.
Are you listening to music so you won't hear the protesters?
No, it helps me to relax. My doctor prescribed it because I was really edgy in the past. And my job is to keep calm.
So, you don't have anything against the protesters?
Quite the opposite. I understand them. I even separate my trash at home. Besides, this is a pretty peaceful protest. Last week I had to work a protest of left-wing radicals. You wouldn't believe the things they shout at you. I could still breathe fire and brimstone when I think of it. Only because I don't have any hair anymore, they were calling me a skinhead.
But they were right. You were bald.
What did you just say? Get lost. If there's one thing I can't tolerate, it's people making fun of my hairdo.
What hair? Oh, okay, I got it. Why are you so aggressive when people ask about your...
About my what?
About your ears.
My ears, huh? Because they are such an eye-catcher if you have no hair, right?
No, that's not what I...
Yeah, right. That's what they all say. But I can feel them staring at my chrome dome anyway.
I'll be back later.
As you like it. I won't be going anywhere anytime soon.
Energy Oslo. I hope that's not the same company that built these smoking chimneys everywhere. There is a ventilation shaft behind the partition. If the partitions weren't closed, I could use the ventilation shaft to get into the building. How can people be so stupid? It's obvious that this can't be good. It can't be open from the outside. Hello? Is someone there?
La 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 la. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Back to your dimensions, demons. I'm warning you. I'm the press.
I can say what I want, but he won't listen to me. Hello?
Ah!
This is radio operator Faye speaking. Can you hear me?
Are you kidding me? Turn the volume down.
We are from the future, and we have come to stop the climate change.
You want what?
You heard right. We are from the future.
We? I only see you.
There's two of us, Salvador and I.
And you really are time travelers? Wicked! I've always thought they would be naked because clothing couldn't be transported through time.
No, luckily we could take everything we needed with us because we used a time capsule.
A time capsule? Interesting. And how does that work?
Our time capsule was powered by a Svensson.
What's that? The name of the guy who pulled that thing through time?
No, Ben Svensson found a way to create energy from algae. The generator that powered the time capsule was named after him.
Okay, let me sum this up. You have an alternative energy source in your future, and it is strong enough to let you travel through time?
Yes.
But why have you come to the here and now?
The Indes power plant will explode in 1 week from now. That's why we are here. We want to prevent that from happening. That way, we can save the future of mankind. Our future.
Are you serious? Do you have any proof?
Yes.
Show it to me. Pretty please.
And why should I do that?
I can make a big story of it. Here, my press card. Leif Ogersund. That's me, but you can call me Agi.
My name is Faye. Thanks.
How? What are you doing? Ah, I see. You want to confirm that I'm a real journalist. You can keep the ID. I have several anyway. But come back as long as the story's still hot.
Leif Ogersund, freelance journalist. Nah. Now the photo looks much less like it was taken by accident. The photo has the right size, but it doesn't stick. thick brown liquid drips from the machine into a kind of glass pot. Must be some synthetic nutrient that keeps people awake. I don't know. A thick brown liquid must be some synthetic nutrient that keeps people awake. It glows lightly. No way! It's much too hot. Now the reverse side of the photo is all sticky. Ha! I hope that's enough.
I didn't know life was a girl's name.
Yeah. I hear that very often.
But the photo... Yes, that's unmistakably you, despite that strange look on your face.
What are you saying? Can I go in now or not?
Oh, right, of course. Please proceed.
The statistics speak for themselves. What we don't see here is the danger of an increase in, you can find it on page 512, paragraph 5 of my report. You can find the relevant graphs on page 522, but I am sure you've already read it. The essential... Well, what I wanted to say...
Yes, thank you, Mr. Burkhart. I think we've gained sufficient insight.
I wasn't...
Now, we will give Mr. Endez an opportunity to comment on the professor's statements. After a short break, we will listen to the expertise of the inspector of the International Energy Inspection Authority, Dr. Brown. Mr. Endez, please proceed.
Endez.
Thank you. Considering the advanced hour, I will keep it short. This will be in your interest as well, I trust. Ladies and gentlemen, as detailed as the report of our dear professor was, he could not answer the most important question in this regard. And that question is, what are the alternatives? It is a fact that we are facing a dramatic undersupply in the countries discussed. Who is supposed to satisfy their demand? My power plants are safe, they are clean, and they produce much fewer pollutants than coal-fired power plants, for example. What kind of miraculous magical energy could replace this tested and proved safe and clean technology? Who can supply it?
Ben Svensson. He knows a method to gain hydrogen from blue-green algae.
Very good. Our charming new expert up there in the box may not be familiar with the protocols of this hearing, but she aptly sums it up. There are no serious alternatives.
But the hydrogen algae works.
There is no technology that comes even close to the efficiency of my power plants. As far as I know, Ben Svensson himself abandoned his research on this technology. Let's face the facts. Nuclear energy supplied by Endez Industries is the only logical step into a safe future.
But...
I must ask you to refrain from disrupting this event any further. On your next interjection, I will be forced to banish you from the room.
I can't believe that you're even listening to this hypocrite. This is about our planet.
No more disruptions, please. Thank you.
Ma'am? Please, tell the kitchen that the appetizers are almost out.
But...
No, but. Tell the kitchen Dr. Brown sent you. Oh, yes, that Dr. Brown.
But I'm not working in the kitchen.
Well, I thought you were staff. You are wearing a uniform. What else would bring you here?
I'm a member of the press.
Then I must inform you that I'm not giving any interviews. All I have to say is in my report, or you can come listen to my speech later.
I know that sounds crazy, but...
But what?
You must prevent the licenses from being extended. The future of our planet is on the line.
Are you one of those hysterical environmentalists, too?
No,
Trust me, I was very thorough in my inspection. The power plants I inspected complied with all conditions and regulations. They are safe.
Looks yummy.
Oh, yes, why don't you try it?
Hello.
Oh, you again. What do you want now?
I have to go. See you later.
Take one of these appetizers with you. Oh, it's worth it.
Looks yummy.
Oh.
He's doing great. I bet there aren't many people who can operate such a machine. Can you play something else as well? I guess not.
Faye, can you hear me? What's your status?
I am at the conference, and I had a chance to talk to this Dr. Brown, the expert they are all listening to.
So what did he say?
He didn't even listen to me. All he was interested in was food.
Just like I thought. This conference is a mockery. So, what's your plan now, Faye?
I don't know what to do.
Let me talk to him. I have my own methods. But you must get me into the building somehow. And the doorman must not see me.
Why is that?
We had a little misunderstanding. The thing is, you must find a way to get me into the building unnoticed.
Okay, see you in a few. The crowd doesn't look that bad from up here. My voice won't carry that far. I wonder how many people live here. The sign shows a man and a woman. Could mark the way to the hygiene chamber. Looks like a sign for a storage room. I don't have to understand that. I really don't. I can see the garage on the right monitor, the conference building on the middle monitor, and the entrance with the doorman on the left one. I've never seen so many people in one place. I feel like he's watching me all the time, even though he stares at the monitors in front of him. I feel like he's even though... Hello. May I ask you something?
What's up?
What are you doing at the conference?
I'm in charge of the stage lights, and for playing videotapes during the speeches.
Why are you watching the protesters?
Because I want to know what these nutjobs are doing. I don't like that they are standing so close to the underground garage.
What's so bad about that?
Don't you watch TV? Demonstrations like this always attract hooligans that will set fire to cars. Man, why didn't I take the bus to work today? Right now, the protests look peaceful. I hope it stays that way. Was there anything else?
The protesters are pretty upset. Look!
Really? Oh, they are still harmless. I can see that at a glance.
Why are you watching that thing there on the monitor?
Thing? That's a 74 Ford Tarpon Roadster with a big black compressor. It's got 410 horses in that 12-cylinder engine. Impressive, right? My baby accelerates to 100 in 3 seconds and leaves every other car eating dust.
Are you aware of how much damage you do to the environment? Because of reckless people like you, the Earth is headed for a climate catastrophe.
I didn't know you were one of these eco-fanatics. Leave me alone with that stupid environmentalism blather. And if your protester friends out there get too close to my car, I'll swipe the floor with them. Right now, the protests look peaceful. I hope it stays that way. Was there anything else?
I'll come back later. No idea what those are for, but only the one in the middle seems familiar. The slot over there is the same size as the videotape. Maybe I can use it to play the video. What's in this cabinet?
The controls for the ventilation shaft partitions at the entrance. Don't touch that, or you'll get me in trouble! If you open the partitions, protesters might climb through the ventilation shafts. These whack jobs are capable of anything.
What are these keys for?
My car keys. Emphasis on my.
Listen to me! Listen to her!
Listen to her! Listen to her!
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting!
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting! No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting! No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting! No reactor in the... No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting!
Hello?
Yes?
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting!
Clear cutting? Do you really think I don't know what you're hinting at?
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting!
Do you think that's funny? It's a hereditary disease. If you don't stop right now, I'll have the space cleared.
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting!
You fascist!
Shut it, you tree huggers, or I'll show you some clear cutting.
Oh, really? Come on, if you dare.
No
Do you know what I'm going to do if you don't stop right now?
Oh, crap. Why are they so aggressive all of a sudden? Oh, no. Don't get any closer to the underground garage. Stay away! Stay away from there!
A switch with a keyhole. It will only work with a key. So this is the thing the lighting technician gushed over. It stinks of exhaust fumes, even when standing still. Disgusting. Locked. Oh dear, that looks really complicated in there. I wonder what all these switches and levers are there for. Okay. Let's see what happens if I use this lever. Oops, that must have been the self-destruction mechanism. The partition should be open now. Salvador, Salvador, come in! The partitions are open now, you can go in. I hope that was a yes ma'am, see you inside, Faye.
Faye.
Ah, there you are.
Where is this Dr. Brown fellow now?
He's still at the buffet. He took root there.
The guards must not see me, so you'd better get him over here somehow.
And how am I supposed to do that?
No idea. You'll find a way.
Orange juice. I wonder how long it has been in here. I hope no one will miss it. Well, there's no way I would drink that. Let's see how he likes this.
Ah.
Who are you? I want you to shut down the Indez power plants. Why should I do that? Well, you don't have to. I could do it as well. What do you think you're doing? I told you that those people won't listen.
Before the Commission retires to deliberate the matter, I now give the floor to Inspector Brown from the International Energy Inspection Authority. Prior to this conference, Mr. Brown thoroughly investigated all facilities and construction projects of Indez Industries for the IOEC. Inspector Brown, you have the floor.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
They must come to their senses when they see these pictures. And go.
My name is Dr. Brown. I closely inspected the power plants and came to the following conclusion. Indez Industries' power plants are a grave danger for our climate. My investigation proves, without a doubt, that the large power plants of Indez will cause a major and global climate collapse. If we allow him to contaminate our planet with his pollutants, we have to expect catastrophic climate changes worldwide as early as 2050. Global warming, melting of the poles, rising sea levels.
This man is not Brown.
You are responsible to keep that from happening.
Indez is right. This absolutely can't be, Dr. Brown.
What is the meaning of this?
Security! Detain this man!
I can see the stage from here. Oh dear, things really don't go according to plan. But how can I save Salvador? They won't listen to me. Let's see what's in here. Documents, documents, even more documents. Ah, a magnetic strip card. It might come in handy.
No nuclear power! No nuclear power!
What is the meaning of this?
We demand immediate shutdown of the Indez power plants.
And what, pray, is your alternative? Half the world without electrical power?
I think that's my cue. I've already told you that the Svensson algae works and could replace Indes power plants.
You know that we are talking about an alternative to nuclear energy, don't you?
I know the algae. I know what it can do. Adjourn the conference. I can get you a specimen and be back in 3 days. Then you will see that I was right.
Adjourn the conference? Did you really say that?
Yes.
And they listened to you?
They had to. The building was surrounded, cops were tied up and locked in the toilet, and the buffet was in ruins. Just imagine, no more salmon canapes. The evening was ruined.
Time travel. All right, that's something I can imagine. But a climate conference granting concessions? What happened then?
Salvador flew to South America to check on the power plant, and I came directly to you.
I was beaten up and tied up, and yes, well, I know the rest. I guess we are now on the way to my research station to get the algae?
Yeah! Jackpot!
All right, I'll help you. On one condition. Once we have landed, you will leave all talk to me, and no more kidnappings and seizures, understood?
Promise.
The old war horse. Never thought I'd see you around here again. Is that gray in your beard?
This is a control visit. I was worried you might steer the station into an iceberg. Good to see you, Barney. Did you tell Duva I was on my way?
He wasn't exactly happy. I hope you packed some velvet gloves.
Didn't have much time for packing.
Sounds like an interesting story. Who's your friend?
Oh, right. May I introduce Princess Leia?
Huh? What are you talking about? My name is Faye.
Lovely! You chose an interesting time for your visit. Duva and I scheduled a presentation for business investors today and tomorrow.
What about the National Research Funds?
You haven't heard yet? I thought Duva had told you at least that much. The research funds were canceled.
What?
Bent, that's a disaster.
Indeed, it would mean the end of my work. It has all been for nothing.
Not necessarily. I have a couple of investors on the hook. Just yesterday, a real star accepted.
We must talk to them.
First, you must get through the health check. And afterwards, wrapping this thing up will be a piece of cake. This will be an exciting day. Trust me.
There, Bent. That's it. I'm done.
Fine. Is everything all right, Doc?
You could say so. For someone with your medical record, everything is fine. Retirement agrees with you.
Bah. My retirement was a nightmare.
Was a nightmare? Don't tell me you're working again. If so, I have to advise strongly against it.
Let's just say that my life makes sense again, and I owe that to Faye here.
Ah, I see. And here I thought you were trying to save the world again.
Retirement was the best that could happen to me. I can go fishing as much as I want to. I can read many interesting books. And I have interesting talks with my shrink every week.
That sounds much better than working your guts out and spending weeks in the hospital now, doesn't it?
You think? Let's talk later, or we will be late for the presentation.
Right. It's your turn now, Miss Faye. Do you have any illnesses I should know about?
That's none of your business.
Oh, it's very much my business. The decision on whether or not you will be allowed on the rig is based on my expert opinion.
Well, I'll stay here then. I didn't travel 500 years to have myself cut open.
Excuse me, I don't think I understand.
Faye, you can trust the doc. He knows what he's doing.
All right. But no hot coals. And no saws. You hear me?
Promise. Bent, if you would wait outside, please. This might take a while, I'm afraid.
Yes, Bent, just go. I'll catch up with you. I can handle this charlatan by myself.
Molduva painted the upper one a long time ago, but not the lower one. Doctors and their paperwork. A stamp pad can become as important as a scalpel. Only people who can produce such a scrap of paper are allowed on the oil rig. Totally dry, just like bureaucracy itself. There's the cabinet with the patient records. Mine is in there too. Ah yes, there it is. Ben Svensson, born severe depression, burnout syndrome, etc., etc. We advise against continuation of employment. Was it really only just 2 years ago? I'm stealing blood from a doctor. Shouldn't it be the other way around? A drastic measure, but time is short. Now I have blood on my hands. Morbid, but it worked.
Everything peachy, Bent? Where's your companion?
She'll be a while.
That's too bad. The presentation is almost over. Do you have the health certificate?
Here, Barney, that should be all. May I enter now?
Okay. Name's on it, stamp as well. All right. Time for your big comeback.
Ha!
Nervous?
Should I be?
Well, it's been 2 years since you last saw your son.
Oh, nonsense. I'm not nervous.
Yes?
Could you go ahead, please? This little do-gooder needs to visit the restroom first. What? I just need to pee. I'm not nervous.
Sure, Ben. Sure.
Dr. Svensson, I'm trying to be polite here. What you just told us is ripe with trivial generalizations and esoteric hocus-pocus. We know that our oil reserves will be used up one day. We are aware that we will need to find a way to fill the hole this will rip into the energy supply. We also know that some nuts will be worried about the climate whenever you try offering them workable solutions. What we don't know is why on earth we came here. What miraculous technology are you talking about when you claim to be able to solve all this planet's problems in one stroke?
Thank you for the cue, Mr. Indez. I am talking about a technology that doesn't produce emissions. One that can be replicated easily and that can be grown in every household. It is effective enough to...
Did I understand you correctly? Your miracle plant will grow in every consumer's garden?
Yes. The magic word is reproduction. A small installation that will fit on every balcony will provide enough energy for the household. It is an autonomous and ecological energy. The process is called nitrogenase.
He means hydrogenase.
The process is called hydrogenase, which means that cyanobacteria will convert light, air, and water into high-energy oxygen. The degree of efficiency of the energy output yields values around 0.08%.
What? That's wrong. It's 0.8%.
Do you want to give the lecture, Father?
Maybe we can cut this embarrassing family drama short. The question I ask myself is, what kind of business model do you have in mind? If people grow algae on their balcony like chives, what do we sell them? No one here wants to give away energy for free, right?
Yes. No. The consumer needs the technology to... to grow the algae and dissipate the hydrogen. Fuel cells for conversion must be bought and maintained. But, well, that's all there is to say on the business aspect of our presentation. I suggest we take a short break. Afterwards, we can jump right in with the calculations.
I would like to see this bacteria in action.
Or that. After the break, we will present the blue-green algae, and then we will talk about the calculations. We will reconvene at 2 o'clock sharp. Thank you.
That was something. And where has Duva disappeared to? The least he could say was hi.
Please don't hold it against him. It's all the excitement about the presentation. And then his father appears out of the blue. He is a bit overwhelmed.
He shouldn't blame himself. He did well. I am more worried about this Indes.
Emilio Indes is a businessman. He needs to ask these kinds of questions.
No, my gut tells me that he's planning something. And I won't leave this room before I've found out exactly what it is. Barney, can I ask you something?
Sure, shoot.
What is Indes doing here?
He was at the climate conference in Oslo. I guess that's where he heard about our research. In any case, he called me right after the conference to make an appointment.
This man is one of the biggest polluters on the planet.
I know, but if he's our only investor in the end...
Then we will be selling our souls to the devil.
Bent, I know you don't like to hear this, but I can't stress it enough. Sometimes you have to compromise if you want to do good.
Who are those two at the table over there?
Mr. and Mrs. Wagner, from Wagner & Wagner, in Vancouver.
They came all the way from Canada?
Not quite. They were on vacation at a fjord when they heard about the presentation.
Well, I hope they don't see this as a day trip. The last thing we need is tourists.
What we need are people with money, and those two have money to burn. So, please, be nice to them.
Who is the man in the white outfit?
That's Saeed Janzir. He is the chief accountant of one of the biggest oil tycoons in the Middle East.
Just an accountant? How much say can an accountant possibly have?
His boss wanted to come himself at first, but he had to cancel on short notice. Bent, times are tough. Beggars can't be choosers.
Just great. Who is the man in the yellow vest and tie?
His name is Mike Zemft. He's doing an internship with us.
Oh? Is he any good?
Hard to tell. He just walks around most of the time, taking notes. If I didn't know better, I'd say he's doing research for a novel.
Sure. Who would want to write a story about guys like us?
Good point. But you know as well as I that crazy people can be found everywhere.
I better get on with things.
Good luck.
Do you like the presentation so far?
Oh yes, it's very nice. I particularly liked the helicopter ride.
I was talking about the cyanobacteria. Does the technology convince you?
There is supposed to be a live presentation after the break. If that is as good as the trip here, your chances are good.
Do you expect a show?
Yes. If you can impress us, you will get our money.
So what do you think about the bacteria?
I think it's taking much too long. I want to see something.
Please, have a little patience. You will get to see something right after the break.
Good. I don't have all day, you know. My wife and I are expected on a whale watching tour later today, and I don't want to miss that under any circumstance.
You will not regret the wait, I promise.
We'll see.
I can't understand a thing. The window is closed. I don't believe it. Why do the loudest fledglings in the world have to live next to this window? As long as they are making all that ruckus, I won't understand a single damned word.
What do you think about the presentation, Mr. Indes? Do you think this blue-green algae is a good investment?
This cabbage? No way. But I could have told you that before.
If you already knew that, why are you here?
I came here to dispose of a nuisance. A nuisance as small as an ant, but as persistent as a thorn in my side, and as presumptuous as a fat Norwegian who sticks his nose into things that are none of his business.
Go on, don't mind me.
What nuisance are you talking about?
I will tell you in private.
Do you like pistachios? There you are. Good. It's stuck. Nudging the stop won't help to unscrew it. On with it. Ha! That fits perfectly. The Philosopher's Stone, a bottle opener on a pointer.
Are you worried the algae could destroy the energy market?
If a flower power energy everyone could grow on his balcony really existed, then yes, I would be worried. But this cabbage couldn't supply enough energy for a toaster. I'm just worried that these idiots in Oslo might see it differently.
And what do you plan to do about it?
What every good businessman would do. I'm going to buy it. I will put one specimen on my shelf, and I'll dump the rest into the ocean. That's where algae belong, after all. Bon voyage, Dr. Svensson. Arrivederci, Echo Power. And the best thing is, as long as no one else is interested in it, I will get it at a bargain price.
The pig.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the break is over. If you would be so kind to return to your seats. We will commence live presentation of our technology now. As you can see, our assistants provided some algae specimen. Dr. Svensson, if you would.
Of course.
He means me.
Let me do it. I worked on that technology for 30 years. I know how to get the maximum possible result.
Well then, proceed.
The generator transforms the H2 the algae produces into electricity. The lamp on the generator only glows lightly. This thing was put here on purpose. The generator gets enough H2 now. Let's freshen up the algae a bit. Ha! Well, the algae has light and fresh water, and the gas can freely flow into the generator.
And the light bulb glows. Bravo. Can you really not see the genius in this performance?
The only thing I see is slime in a fish tank.
Dr. Svensson, since no one else seems interested in it, I would like to buy the slime.
Stop, just a second. I forgot something. The presentation isn't over yet.
Well, I can hardly wait.
I don't think that's a good idea. No. There must be an easier way. Okay then, I'll put the battery in the net. I put the battery in the net. What now? If this works, I will believe every word Faye said. Oh dear.
What have you done?
I just wanted...
Was that the nitrogenase you were talking about?
Who would have thought that 0.8% can be that explosive? Dr. Svensson, why did you give an endless monologue on wind energy instead of showing us this right from the start?
I don't know. Ask my father. He is the uncrowned expert around here.
And, who of you will receive our money?
This stupid doctor. I don't want to get some rest, and I'm not sick either.
Come, please.
Hello?
You have to leave. Attack! Everyone will die.
Delvin, what are you talking about? What attack? Crap! Something's wrong with the antenna. I thought Augie wanted to install it on the helicopter. Oh no, I hope he didn't break it. I'd better go check on it. Oh, someone wrote me a message. Welcome to the research station Atlas 11, home of the internationally recognized Svensson-Henrich cyanobacteria. Meals, as well as coffee and cake, are served around the clock in our wonderful cafeteria on the first floor. If you want to make a continental call, please contact our radio operator on the roof. If you need anything else, please contact me, Barney Flint, second floor, sternmost door. Just knock. On behalf of the team, Duve Svensson and Lissa Henrichs, I wish you a pleasant stay and many informative hours. Sincerely, Barney Flint, Managing Director. How nice. Nail polish, mascara, a lipstick? Why do people need a paint box for their face? Ah, this file looks useful. Augie. Just a second. Delvin, this is Faye. Can you hear me? Delvin, what was that about an attack?
Attack?
Augie, what have you done with the antenna?
I put it up, just like you told me to.
Then why doesn't it work anymore?
Maybe it's too weak, or maybe someone is interfering with us. But it's really not my fault, honestly.
What could interfere with the signal?
Other signals? Some waves?
But what kind of waves?
Other radio waves, maybe? Space waves? Brain waves?
Bran, what?
Telepathy? You don't have that in the future? No? How would I know what kind of waves could be the problem?
What was that about interfering waves?
Look for devices that send out waves and, turn them off.
How can I amplify the transmission power?
That's easy. You look for a big antenna and tap it. I even have a cable. Do you want it?
Oh, yes. Please.
Don't expect too much. It's very short and a little loose sometimes, and, I'll just leave it here, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm reading Gamma Ray vs. Nuke Boy, the Grand Showdown. Do you want to take a peek?
It only has pictures.
But that's the trick, you see. Text and pictures in perfect symbiosis. It's a total blast. It's called a comic.
Oh, we have comics at home too. We use them to teach the children how to survive in case a nuclear reactor explodes.
They develop superpowers and beat up the dead guys?
Not quite.
A pity.
Have you seen Bent?
I thought he was at the presentation. With you?
One of your medicine men kept me, and now they won't let me in. I hope everything is going well.
Oh, I'm sure Doc Svensson has everything well in hand. They're probably partying right now and throwing confetti on them.
Yes. Probably. Oh dear. Did you put up the time radio antenna all by yourself?
Yeah, no biggie. I've wanted to see this baby in action for a while now. I hope I didn't make any mistakes. It went real fast until the cubes. Really, man? Who came up with that crap?
Too true. The cubes are horrible. Thank you for helping.
Yeah, no problem.
See you later.
Yep.
The cable is much too short to connect the two antennas. The cable is much too short. Hello? Still no reception. Hello?
Hey, Lou. Hang on in there, okay? Oh, hey ho. What can I do for you?
Are you a radio operator?
Yep. Wait. You came here with Ben Svensson, didn't you?
Yes. Why?
Are you related or something? Is he your uncle?
Why do you ask?
Oh, just,
Are you transmitting right now?
Why do you ask?
Could you stop doing that for a moment? You are interfering with my signal.
You and Bent, you are colleagues, right?
No.
Oh, you're not? I just thought, well, because you're traveling together.
Would you please answer my question?
Sure. What was it again? How did you two meet?
Please stop transmitting. You are interfering with my signal.
Hey, it was just a harmless question.
I have to contact a friend, but your signal interferes with mine. So would you please stop transmitting?
I'm afraid I can't do that. I'm talking to Lou from the other oil rig. We have some important things to discuss.
For how much longer?
Until noon break.
When will the noon break begin?
It just has. But Lou and I lost track of time, and we still have so much to talk about. I can't just up and leave. Svensson and you aren't colleagues, and you aren't related.
Why don't you take your break?
Oh, the cafeteria is quite a ways, and I'm too lazy to go there. But no biggie. That way I have more time for my chat with Lou.
Why are you asking all these questions about me and Bent?
Why? I'm just curious. That ain't a crime now, is it? Not much else going on this rig anyway.
I have to go.
See you later.
What do you want?
What are you making? What?
Nothing. We have apple pie and rockfisk.
I'd like to have some apple pie.
Just a second. Bon appetit. If it's too cold, I'll heat it in the microwave oven.
Thanks. The pie is cold.
No problem. Hand it over. Ta-ta-ta-ta. Ta-ta-ta-ta. Here.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
The file fits into the pie perfectly. I can't reach it.
Give. Ta. 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 Ta ta.
Maybe you should stop singing.
What do you know about music?
Yes?
Why don't you take your break?
Oh, the cafeteria. But
I have to.
see you later.
It's steady, but the reception is still weak. Hello? Still no reception.
What do you want?
I'd like to have this Rackfisk.
Good choice. It's fresh. There you go.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Yes?
I brought you something to eat.
Oh, really?
Rackfisk. Enjoy.
Whoa! My favorite! Hey, Lou. Gotta go. Lunch is here. You can tell me later. I'm starving here. Later. Yum. Fantastic.
He seems to have forgotten about me. Well, even better. I must synchronize the radio transmitter with the antenna on Augie's helicopter first. It has to work now. Attention, attention, radio operator Faye speaking. Delvin, can you hear me? Please, don't desert me now. Please, please, please.
Hello, Faye.
Sadi?
There. I, am glad our presentation could convince you. I have to admit that the results surprised me a little as well.
Then it was a wonderful surprise for all of us. I can assure you, Doctor, that you were utterly convincing.
Please, dear, we must not hasten our decision, not until we've tested the bacteria ourselves. I therefore propose that the doctor will provide us with a sample of his wonderful algae as soon as possible. And if everything is above board, as I'm sure it will be, independent scientists will have no problem reconstructing the result we saw here earlier. And when they do, we will support you. Or is there a problem?
Let me through. I must talk to Ben Svensson.
It seems the number of your fans increases by the minute, my dear doctor.
I have to talk to him. Please.
Excuse me.
In here, quickly.
Calm down.
Tell me, how did it go?
What?
The algae. Are the investors convinced?
Ha! They are thrilled.
Phew. Good.
Yes, one problem less. But now to you. You are completely out of breath. What happened?
I got a call from Delvin.
And?
The connection was terrible, but I think he wanted to warn us. Someone plans to attack the oil rig.
Are you sure?
Not completely, but it sounded like that.
Did he tell you anything else?
No. That was all.
Did you get any other messages?
Why? From whom?
From Salvador?
Oh, no, I didn't. I only heard from Delvin. And as I said, it was a short message.
How was your physical examination?
Tedious.
But everything's all right.
Don't worry about me, I'm fine.
That's good to know. You aren't keeping any secrets from me, are you?
No. Why?
Oh, never mind. Must be being close to this Indes guy. I'm seeing conspiracies everywhere.
Well, you can never know.
Right. We have another problem, though, I'm afraid. Someone tried to sabotage the presentation.
What? Why would somebody do that?
I have no idea, but they did everything to prevent the generator from working properly during the presentation. The algae was much weaker than usual.
And yet the investors were convinced?
Yes. It wasn't that much of a problem. I just had someone fetch a better specimen. I think you should try and find out more about this attack while I investigate the algae incident.
Okay. Sounds sensible.
You are really not keeping something from me?
Nah. You?
No.
Well then, see you later. Then go! Sadi, come in, please. Ben says the investors are convinced. You must have been wrong.
Welcome back, Bent. Nice show. Really, I hope you didn't raise expectations you can't measure up to.
Hello, Duva. I'm sorry, I didn't want to show you up.
If you're looking for Lissa, she's in the office lab. I'm sure you can find the way on your own.
The algae you presented was bottom of the barrel. I think I deserve an explanation.
You are wrong. The sample was from one of our most powerful cultures.
I don't believe you. When I was still here, the algae could do much better than that.
I think you are fooling yourself. The algae really wasn't that much stronger in the past.
But it was stronger, and it would have convinced the investors without any effort on my part.
If you say so.
Again, what's wrong with the algae?
Let's see. No one is interested in it. We can't find a selling market. Research is insanely expensive, and no one wants to pay for it anymore.
But we do have a potential investor now.
Only as long as your scam is not exposed.
It won't be exposed if you tell me where the real algae is.
The real algae? I see. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I just want to know what happened to my algae.
That's exactly the problem. It's not your algae anymore. Your son is responsible for your life's work now. It doesn't matter if anybody here likes it or not. You're out of the picture.
Are you still angry with me?
Of course I am. If you hadn't cared more about the planet than about your own family, we might still be one.
Maida never told me that she was ill.
How could she? You were never there. You didn't see the nosebleeds when they began. You didn't catch her when she fainted. You didn't even take her to the hospital when it was already too late.
If she'd only told me.
But she didn't, because she thought you'd notice it someday. Well, no such luck.
Duva, I'm sorry.
Good to know. Anything else?
So, how's life as the head of research on Atlas 11?
How do you think it is? It makes me sick. I still can't believe that I wanted to be like you once.
You have a lot of responsibility now. The future of the world depends on you and your research.
The future of the world is not my future. I don't want to end up like you, Father. I want to have a life. a family, but I'm stuck here instead.
Do you really hate your life this much?
Well, c'est la vie. That's how it is.
See you later. The values of the blue-green algae decreased over the past few months. But why? The intercom system for communication on the rig. Continental calls can only be made from the radio room.
I would appreciate it if you stopped doing this. I'm waiting for an important call.
From whom?
I don't think that's any of your business. Bent, would you please close the door to our private quarters? I don't think you have any business in here.
Of course I have business in here. It was my bedroom once.
Right, but all your belongings were removed after you'd left. I oversaw that myself. And now, close the door please, or I'll really make a fuss.
There's nothing in there. No lost files. Nothing. Only what's been there already on first sight. A few lab coats and 2 pairs of jeans, nothing of interest. Just like I thought. Locked. Huh. Boo.
No one has tried to startle me that incompetently in the last 2 years. Hello, Bent. It's good to see you.
I thought I'd drop by to see if everything is well. What? Isn't an old retiree allowed to visit his former colleagues?
Of course he is. But I know you well enough to know that this is not the only reason. But maybe you'll prove me wrong.
What happened to the algae?
What are you talking about?
I saw the presentation for the investors. The algae you presented was terribly weak.
Oh, Bent, you are exaggerating.
Do you have any idea how embarrassed I was?
I can understand how you feel, but please stay out of this.
But
trust me, it's better this way.
You say it's not my responsibility anymore. Do you know how you sound?
No, Bent. How do I sound?
Like my shrink.
How fitting. Dr. Lissa Hinrichs, official shrink for the Svensson family. Yeah, that has a ring of truth to it.
It's true, I'm not responsible for the research anymore, but I helped to build this whole project. I deserve an answer.
If you were at the presentation, you already know the answer. We don't have any money left. That means no new instruments, no repairs, no qualified experts. And if the research gets worse, we get fewer investors. A vicious circle.
What does money have to do with the decrease in algae power?
We work under a lot of pressure and under horrible conditions. In a situation like that, mistakes happen, and the algae suffers from it.
Lissa, what's going on here? You are keeping something from me.
Bent, please. We've already discussed this. The current situation is no one's fault. We've just fallen on hard times.
I'll find out what's going on.
Please, don't. I'm just worried about you.
Let's talk about something else.
I'd prefer that, yes.
Duva hates me.
I know. He still blames you for Meta's death.
And he's right.
She was sick, Bent, and she didn't tell you.
Because she knew I would never give up my work for her.
Quite the opposite. You would have given up everything for her, and she didn't want to be responsible for that. The tendency for self-sacrifice must be a family trait.
I can see you are busy. Do you want to continue our conversation later?
The only important thing is that we do continue it. Why don't we meet in the kitchen later and cook together? In about 2 hours when my shift ends?
Sure. Great idea.
Good. I'm looking forward to it.
Lissa?
Yes?
How is Duva?
Ask him yourself.
Whenever I try to talk to him, all he does is rant.
Oh, don't listen to that. I think he's much better than he wants people to know.
He hates life on the oil rig.
If he really hated it, he would be long gone. Don't worry. He's doing okay.
So long.
See you later, Bent.
This lab coat looks familiar. Ha! I knew it. It's my old lab coat.
Huh? The one in the locker?
I didn't think you'd keep it.
Are you getting sentimental? Duva is wearing it sometimes when he's cleaning up.
What's this? One of my old algae samples. What's it doing here? It's barely legible, but there's something written in my hand. D54H. D54. That's the Delta algae, our most powerful culture. I just don't understand why Duva didn't present it earlier today. Search done. The locker is empty. The microscope was my last acquisition before I had to hand over clinical research management to Duva. D54H. Where is the Delta algae? Nothing. That's weird. I can use this instrument to determine the chemical composition of different substances. I only have to put the material to be tested in the test tube behind that lid, and then I can start the process. The electronic system Lissa and I developed will do the rest. Let's see, where is the file for D54H? A, B, D32, B15, and here's A again. What a mess. Huh. Looks like this will take longer than I thought. Damn it. I searched the whole cabinet 3 times and still no sign of D54H. So where the devil is it? I have to put something in the test tube behind the lid first. I found a dried out sample in its pocket.
Please, Bent, put it away before someone gets hurt.
I should pump the water out first. Water pumped out, ready to unload. Is that towel really golden? How tacky. Hotel La Comte du Roy, Barcelona. 5 stars. Good grief. How did this get here? No one here can afford to stay at a 5-star hotel. I don't understand. Where did you get the money for such an expensive hotel?
That's none of your damn business.
I thought you didn't have any money. And yet you are traveling to a 5-star hotel in Barcelona?
That's my private life, do you hear me? It's no concern of yours. So why don't you get lost and never come back?
You kept my old lab coat?
I wear it for cleaning sometimes. I don't want to get my own dirty.
Guess what I've found in my old lab coat?
The dried out delta algae?
Yes. How did you know?
Because you worked yourself almost to death on it. You were always carrying samples around until the day they carried you out on a litter.
Lissa?
Yes?
Have you seen the delta algae file? What?
You haven't been here for 10 minutes and already you're going through the paperwork.
Do you have the file or not?
No, and I suggest you stop searching for it. Just trust me. It's for your own good.
So long.
See you later, Bent.
What's this towel doing here?
It belongs to Duva.
He really stayed at a 5-star hotel? No normal person can afford that.
Bent? If you want to know something about your son, ask him yourself.
And if he doesn't tell me anything?
Then maybe it's none of your business.
I have to find out what happened to the algae first.
I would appreciate it if you stopped doing this. I'm waiting for an important call. I'm waiting.
Is the intercom still working?
Yes, but you still can't make a continental call. Who do you want to call?
You'll see.
Barney speaking.
It's me, Bent.
Ah, perfect timing, old warhorse. I wanted to know how long you're going to stay with us.
I don't know yet.
No problem. But notify me on time so I can organize transport and accommodation on land. You just tell me where you want to go, and it will be done.
Thanks, Barney. I just felt like chatting a bit. We haven't seen each other in a long time, after all.
Listen, I'm sorry, but I'm really busy with the investors right now. But as soon as I'm done here and the last suit has left the rig, I'll come over to you. That sound like an idea?
That sounds like a great idea.
Good.
About my return trip. Please make a reservation at a hotel for me.
I take it you want to go to the conference Faye mentioned. I can recommend the Grand Welcome Inn in downtown Oslo. or the Garden City Hotel near the Botanical Garden.
Please make a reservation at the Hotel Le Comte du Roy in Barcelona.
Are you sure about that?
Of course, I have a secret weakness for decadent five-star hotels.
That's not what I meant. The Du Roy is a very special hotel.
Is it a brothel?
No. It specializes in male guests, but it's not a brothel. Let's just say that most workers on this rig won't like it there.
But Duva liked it there.
I don't want to get involved in this. Have Duva explain it to you, or find out for yourself. Can I help you with anything else?
So long.
Okay. See you later. Hey, Alyssa.
It's not me! It's Bent!
Oh, Dr. Svensson. Good to hear you. What can I do for you?
I want you to page someone.
Who?
Page my son.
And what do you want me to tell him?
Tell him he should come to the radio room.
The radio room? Why?
Because you have a message for him?
I do?
Yes. Tell him... Don't tell him anything. Just tell him to get there.
No, that will sound implausible.
Fine. Then tell him... His friend called.
All right.
How did you find out Duva is gay? Oh, Ben, don't look at me like that. You two can't even agree on the weather. Why would he tell you about his sexual orientation?
But I would have been fine with it. Do I really know nothing about my own son?
Oh, he's on his way. What do you want me to tell him when he gets here?
Tell him his father misses him.
Oh, okay. I hope he won't get angry.
Oh, but he will.
I don't like to do this, but I don't have a choice. Aha, if that isn't the lost file. That's strange. The data collection ended on February 20th this year. They either recorded later values somewhere else, or they abandoned research on the D45H project. That doesn't make any sense, though. Why would they discard our best algae? The only thing this got me is a bad conscience. Lisa?
Yes?
What happened on February 20th? Why did you stop working on the Delta algae?
Bent, you don't want to know.
2 years ago, I almost worked myself to death on the Delta algae culture. Of course I want to know.
There was an accident.
An accident?
Yes, a fire broke out in the algae station. It destroyed the whole culture.
What about the samples? You did take samples before it happened, didn't you?
No, there was a mistake. I thought Duva was responsible for taking samples that day, and he thought I was. It was a stupid misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding.
Where are you going?
I don't want to imply anything, but something's wrong here, and I won't rest until I know exactly what it is.
Why don't you listen to me? It was an accident.
Sadi, come in, please. Ben says the investors are convinced. You must have been wrong.
No, Faye, I wasn't wrong. The algae is too weak. It won't save the world.
But it even convinced the investors.
You didn't see what I saw, Faye. I can't believe in it anymore. We made a really big mistake.
What happened, Sadi? I hardly recognize you.
What do you think happened? I'm stuck in a time I don't understand. My friends are dead, and I'm alone. I have a lot of time to think.
Why are you coughing so much?
No idea. It's been getting worse for days now. But it's okay. Everybody dies sooner or later.
Oh, God, don't say something like that. Get your Medikit and do a scan. Maybe you just have a cold.
Maybe.
What do you mean? We made a mistake?
I'm talking about the Phoenix Plan.
But the Phoenix Plan is great. We're saving the world from doom.
Delvin says you killed a survivor in San Francisco.
That was Salvador.
And you stormed a building in Oslo. You took hostages.
I had to. I had to make them listen to us.
Wherever we go, Faye, we bring suffering. Or was there anything you achieved without using violence?
I convinced Ben to help me. Why do you doubt our algae?
Because it isn't our algae. I found some articles in an archive. Norwegian algae research discontinued. Millions spent on useless research. Bent Svensson's algae was so weak even scientists didn't believe in it anymore.
But I don't understand. Ben Svensson. The Svensson. I even met Barney. And the doctor. They all believe in Bent and his research.
Accept it, Faye. Bent Svensson is a failure. Don't get his hopes up.
That's not making any sense. You must be wrong.
Faye, please. You must listen to me. Since we went on this mission, we've only brought death to the people. It's like a curse. Everybody dies. Stop believing in the algae and get away from the rig, or Bent Svensson will die.
Sadi, please. If you are my friend, you have to trust me. The algae is powerful enough, and Ben Svensson is our savior.
And he will die too.
Sadi?
We are lost.
Sadi? Sadi! Oh no! What's wrong now? Oh no! The antenna cable got loose.
Ah, fresh sea air. Isn't it wonderful?
You get used to it after a while.
Let me tell you, enjoy it while you still can. As of tomorrow, you'll be a long way from here, a made man. In Rio or New York, personally, I prefer Casablanca.
I don't care as long as I get away from here. I'm sick of risking my life for this Svensson every day. Last week, a machine almost ripped my arm out.
These things happen, but today you are going to hurt the oil rig right back. Okay, one more time so you won't forget. The algae must be completely destroyed or my client won't pay.
Do you really want to talk about this out here in the open?
No, of course not. I just have to get rid of something first.
Oh my God, what are these people planning? be? It's always the same. I can't be that clumsy.
I thought I sent you to your cabin. You were supposed to get some rest.
I know. But why?
Why? You threw up blood during the physical examination. That's why. You are ill, and you need rest immediately.
I'm not sick. I'm healthy as a horse.
You are not. You threw up blood, and that's never a good sign. Something is wrong with your internal organs. Before my suspicion is validated, I prescribe bed rest.
Or we can assume that I'm perfectly fine. Do I look ill?
No, but you are. Do you really want to break down rather than listen to me now?
Break down?
Without treatment, you might even die.
What? When?
I don't know, yet you still appear to be fit. But like I said, appearances can be deceiving.
Then I must hold out for a little bit longer. If I really were ill, what could you do about it?
Here? Nothing. You'd have to go to a hospital for a thorough examination.
But I don't have time for that.
You won't have time for anything anymore if you don't take care of it soon.
Do you know who you just sounded like?
No. Who?
You must take care of it immediately, or you won't have a future anymore. You sounded just like me.
Then do yourself a favor and listen to yourself this once.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Then there's nothing more I can do for you.
I have to take care of some very important business. May I?
I'm sorry, but that would be irresponsible of me. You are ill. You need rest.
But it's my business where I'm going.
Not as long as I'm your attending doctor.
What's on the other side of the bridge?
The rest of the oil rig, the workers' area, and the research station. Places where sick people have no business going.
Well, I'll leave then.
I'm just worried about your health.
Yikes! It's a used tissue. Kellerman and Partner, attorneys.
You are supposed to rest. Instead, you're climbing up and down the facade.
Once and for all, I'm fine.
Bah, stubborn as a mule.
Excuse me?
I said do whatever you want. Take a look around the oil rig. Climb pipes, jump out of windows. But don't come running to me if you start getting worse.
Not a chance.
That's settled then.
If I want to find the saboteur, I have to get to the workers' area. I hope there are signs showing the way. Something is swimming in that chamber, but I can't make out what it is.
The presentation takes place in the residential area.
Excuse me?
The presentation. You are one of the investors, aren't you?
No. The presentation has been over for a while now.
Really? Man, time flies.
What are you doing?
Working.
And what?
I'm a welder. I weld.
I don't see you welding anything.
Okay. Yeah. Not right now. But that doesn't mean I'm lazy. Quite the opposite. I'm a very eager worker. Passion is the fertile soil on which good work grows. Right now, I'm just not very passionate.
Why aren't you passionate about your work right now?
It's got a lot to do with atmosphere and a productive work environment. If I want to create something, I must be filled with inspiration. I have to feel the energies around me, the passion of creation.
And you don't feel that right now?
No, right now I'm feeling something completely different. I feel melancholy. Streets on a rainy day, broken hearts in the neon light.
Oh dear, that doesn't sound positive.
Well, that's life. What do you mean, when? It's not something you can plan for or force. You have to wait until the environment feels right, the climate, the creative spirit in the room.
And where does that feeling come from?
If I knew that, I wouldn't just be standing around.
Were you near the heliport earlier?
Oh, damnation.
What's wrong?
For a brief moment, I had the urge to work, but now it's gone. Because of you.
Are you unsettled by my questions?
No, not at all. I've been here the whole day. The foreman can confirm that. He made the work schedule.
Have fun.
Yeah, all in good time.
Locked. 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 Yay! It's empty. Looks like the machines will have to make it through the day without me.
Good day.
Hello. I have an important question about a worker.
Ask.
Someone's planned an attack on the oil rig, and one of the workers is going to carry it out.
How do you know that?
I was at the heliport when I overheard a conversation. Some bald guy gave instructions to a worker.
Just a sec, I'm thinking. Did the worker wear an eye patch?
I don't know.
Aha! You just made up that story. You want me to evacuate the oil rig so you can take over here.
No, that's not true.
I'm just kidding. You have to bring me evidence before I believe your story.
Why doesn't the man in the machine room work?
Don't let appearances mislead you. Magnus is one of my best welders. He's just a bit difficult when he has to work alone. But his colleague had the night shift today, so he's packed up already and has gone to the cafeteria to grab a bite to eat.
The welder doesn't like to work alone?
Sometimes he is a mystery to me, too. Why don't you go to the cafeteria and ask his colleague about it? Maybe he knows the secret.
I'll be back later.
Don't worry, I'll be right here.
Hello.
Hi.
Do you know the welder in the engine room?
Magnus? Sure. He's a wimp, but works like a robot.
Really?
Yeah, I know. The others are complaining all the time, too. Can't work with Magnus. Damned freak. Me? I'd just say you only gotta know how to take him. You can put dynamite in his ears. He wouldn't care.
And why's that?
I know how to party.
How do you get the welder to work?
By party. That stops him brooding.
Are you telling male jokes?
That too. And me locker is full of party hits. There's some for everyone, even Magnus.
Could you give me the key to your locker?
Lady, me locker's no one's business but mine. You can beg as you want. You'll not get it.
Bye.
Ciao. Aye, get away from my jacket.
Sorry. Someone sewed on a piece of cloth with a name on it. Apollo Langlo. I can make out a key ring in the pocket. The different stations on the oil rig are assigned different keys. Number 1, Lab. Number 2, Archive, and so on. I think this is one of those fax machines Augie showed me, and I still remember how to use it. That's an instruction for the radio operator. A certain Ira Harkonnen is to report to the storage depot immediately. I'll strike out Ira Harkonnen and put in the name Apollo Langlo instead. I wonder if that will work. I just have to put the facsimile in the machine, hit the key for the radio room, and that's it.
Apollo Langlo, please proceed to the storage depot. I repeat, Apollo Langlo, please proceed to the storage depot immediately.
I think I have what I wanted. There's only these keys in there. I'd better take them. Will that help you to work?
Put the tape in the ghetto blaster, will you? Eureka! That's it! Yeah!
I can't open it as long as water is running through it. This looks like the sleeve of a worker's uniform. There are two initials, M and S. It's me again.
I can see that.
I found this ripped-off sleeve.
I see. So?
The suspect said something about an accident. A machine almost ripped his arm out.
Go on.
Isn't that enough? Someone wants to destroy the algae research and you sit on your arse and twiddle your thumbs.
Ah, that's how the land lies.
But I was talking about it the whole time.
You never mentioned the algae research. That casts a whole new light on the case. Elementary, my dear. An evil energy mogul got scared. Svensson's miracle algae pushes onto the market and threatens to put all the power plants in the world out of business. So what's he gonna do about it? He plants a bomb to destroy the whole research on the algae.
Well, finally. Now you understand.
Oh, come on. You're not serious, are you? The algae may be nice, but it's miles away from convincing anyone.
It did convince the investors.
Because Ben Svensson manipulated the presentation.
He did what?
Now I'm directly above the Delta Algae Station. Let's see how this accident happened. I think I can make out something at the other end of the pipe, but it's too far away for me to reach. I wonder if this will work as well as the bottle opener. Let's just try it. A bottle cap. It smells of a lot of things. If I want to detect anything specific, I should get a sample to the lab. I'll cut some cork out of the filter. If I want to test something, I have to put it in the test tube behind the lid. Now I'm really getting desperate. Samples that have to be tested go in here. It's empty already. Okay, let's go. Aha! The instrument found fire accelerant. So the fire was just an accident, huh? If I can find fire accelerant on something else, I might be able to reconstruct the events leading to the fire. But where should I look for it? The cap has a biting chemical smell. I remember smelling something like this before, but where? Just a second. The right sleeve smells just like the bottle cap from the algae farm, but I have to do some more tests before I can be sure. Very good. I'll simply cut out the part with the chemicals on it. It will be much easier to test now. I don't have to. Okay, my old lab coat is ready for analysis. Now I'm really curious. That's it. The fire accelerant on the burn tube is the same one as the one on the sleeve. What did Lissa say about Duva sometimes wearing the lab coat?
Are you still wandering around the place? How did you manage to survive without your precious algae all those years?
Duva, enough!
I'm free to do that. So I will. If your own father is snooping around your private business and embarrasses you in front of Norway's greatest tattletale, you are free to do that. What do you want from me anyway?
I want to talk to you.
About what? About me being gay? Is that it? Or do you only want to talk about...
Yes, I want to talk to you about the algae.
I knew it. What else could it be?
You hate the algae.
You could say so.
Was that why you sabotaged the research?
Bent, that's enough.
Let him say it, Lissa. I think this is going to be interesting. What did you find out?
I know you want to get away from here really bad. I know that our best algae culture was destroyed 2 weeks ago, right before the talks with the investors began. And I know it wasn't an accident.
It was an accident.
No, it wasn't. I found fire accelerant in the algae station. The fire was intentional.
And you think it was me?
I found the same substance on my old lab coat, the one Duva is wearing from time to time.
Go on.
Did you set the fire? You did. Your mother would turn in her grave.
You two stop it right now. None of this is true.
No! That's why it's so hilarious. It's not true. It really was just an accident. And you think I...
What's this game you are playing?
Bent, he's right. The fire accelerant was ethyl alcohol. We cleaned the station with it after the fire.
I'm just like you. I never think of myself. Never. I hate my work here, but still I hang on to it. I think that's over now.
Please leave us for a moment, Bent. I'll talk to him.
Faye, let's get out of here. I was wrong. There isn't a conspiracy.
But there is. Someone placed a bomb on the H2 tower.
What? How?
We don't have much time. Follow me.
Oh my God, you were right. Don't stand around gawking. Get that guy. I will find a way to deactivate this infernal bomb somehow.
I'll get him. What? Where did he go?
Get off my back! No one would have gotten hurt if you hadn't... Ugh!
Okay, keep cool, Bent. No wires for me to cut, but the saboteur scratched some numbers on it. Maybe I can interrupt the ignition process if I bypass the bomb's contacts until the digital numbers match the numbers he scratched on. It's a bit risky, but I don't really have another choice.
Let go! Damn it! Let go already!
Let me climb back up. Then I'll give you a hand.
Are you nuts? Damn it! What are you doing?
Saving both of us. Ugh. Now you.
Faye, the algae fields! The algae fields are burning!
Bent, wait. Listen to me. You have to get out of here.
A sample, Faye. We just need a single sample and the algae will be saved. Get yourself to safety. I am going to...
I'm not going to abandon you. I'm coming with you.
Well then... Guard the entrance. I'll go see if the way is clear. Let's go. Barney? Barney, are you there?
Bent, the algae fields are burning.
I know. Listen, you must evacuate the oil rig immediately. Everybody must leave. Now.
We're at it already, but what about you? Where are you?
I must do something else first.
God damn it, Bent.
Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid. See you on land, all right?
Fine, I'll take your word for it. Good luck.
Stupid thing. Come on, work. Damn it. The pressurization is going crazy. There was a sealer clip in it. The breeding lab. If all else fails, we can find the last algae there. And knowing my luck, all else will fail. Hey, there's someone in the H2 lab. A small bald guy. And he's doing something to the lock. I'm going to get that one. I need a key with a 4-square adapter, but where can I get something like that? I hope I won't have to hurt anybody. That won't be easy without a crank. Phew. Not sure that will work. But it looks pretty good. Okay, Bent, take a deep breath. It will work now. Finally. Faye, I've got it. Come on. Faye, we don't have time.
Coming.
It belongs to Lissa.
Oh, God. Do you think something's happened to her?
I think she put it here on purpose. Maybe she wants to tell me something. If I just knew what. This leads to the breeding lab. Only employees with a keycard have access to this area. Oh my God, what happened here? Oh my God.
That was me.
What?
All of this has been happening because I came here.
Pull yourself together.
Bent,
Whoever did that must still be here. And may God have mercy on his soul, because I won't if I get my hands on him now. I'm so sorry, Lissa. I found her key card. With it, we have access to the breeding lab.
Error.
Oh no, the card reader doesn't work properly. Looks like I'll have to get in through the office lab. Oh no! No!
Bent, accept it. We're too late.
They can't have destroyed everything.
They did destroy everything.
There must be some left in the breeding lab. Only scientists are allowed access there.
They are going to kill you.
How do you know that, huh? The breeding lab. We have to get to the breeding lab. Faye, we've searched this place thoroughly. There's nothing here. We'll go straight to the breeding lab now.
Stop! Wait!
Oh my, all these red lights. They are bombs.
Bent, we have to get out of here.
Keep cool, Faye. We're almost done. The alpha material first. Those are the chamber's beta terminals, but why are they activated? The alpha material first. Those are the chamber's beta terminals, but why are they activated?
Please enter your password.
There is a dried out sample of our very first algae in there. I remember Lissa even giving the algae a name. Damn, I've forgotten what it was. I remember There is a dried out sample of our very first algae in there. What should I zoom in on? There's nothing under the microscope. What the?
Bent, you're scaring me.
Elvis was the name of our very first algae culture. Lissa prepared the glass in such a way that the algae settled into the letters. Elvis, how could I forget?
Correct password. Alert. Security level B activated. Access denied.
Is it broken?
No, it's okay. Everything's all right. Faye, I need your help now. We must go to the terminals near the entrance and activate both at the same time. I'll give you the signal. You got it? Perfect.
Why do you believe in the algae this much?
Did you listen to what I just told you?
You are risking your life for something no one except you still believes in. Why?
We are standing here surrounded by explosives that could go off any minute now, and you start asking stupid questions?
If that's a stupid question, it should be easy for you to answer.
The algae is the energy source of the future. Those were your words.
I know it may sound strange, but hypothetically, what if the Svensson wasn't invented by Ben Svensson?
Right now, I don't give a damn whether it was invented by me, my son, or my great-granddaughter.
But you should. We don't know if your son survived. And if you die here as well, knowledge of the Svensson will be lost forever. You are more important than the things you might invent.
If we give up now, Lissa's death would be in vain.
Lissa's death was in vain, just like Nigel's and that of all my friends. They all died in vain.
Oh, come on, get a grip on yourself.
The Phoenix Plan is turning more and more into a suicide mission. There must not be any more deaths.
So I'm the only one left believing in my technology? What about the investors earlier today?
They were convinced only after you tampered with the presentation.
You know about that?
The whole oil rig knows about that. No one believes in your research anymore.
Believing? What the hell? Listen to me. This is not about believing. This is about wanting to believe. I don't want to believe. I don't want to believe in things everybody takes at face value. I don't want to believe that nuclear energy is the best solution there is, or that there isn't an alternative to oil. Good grief, Faye. Oil is nothing more than dead algae that burns well. If mankind could build a whole world from some lubricant, then they could do that with my algae as well. They could do it with wind energy, or solar energy, or cow shit, or whatever. But they don't want to. I could give up and play dead now and tell myself, the heck with it. That's just how it is. But I refuse to do that. I refuse to believe that mankind is only made up of blind idiots. Well, will you help me push the button now?
You didn't want to believe me either when I first came to you.
Well, talk about bearing a grudge.
No. I only have to push that button?
Yes. I'll signal you when I'm ready.
Okay. Bent?
What now?
Nothing. We'll see this through together. No matter what will happen.
Thank you. Faye, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. We're almost done. Just let me pump the algae into the container.
Humph! Dr. Svensson, Miss Faye, or whatever your name is, step aside, please. This room and all objects contained herein are property of Indez Industries, effective immediately.
What? Who do you think you are? You can't just steal my lab.
I can. Steal it and blow it up. Especially the latter wouldn't have been necessary if you played fair during the presentation of the algae. A circumstance we became aware of much too late, I'm afraid.
Duva?
Make yourself useful, my friend, and get me that container.
How How can you help these murderers?
I've been following orders my whole life. Why should I stop now?
No one asked you to murder Lissa.
What?
Lock the door, Junior. One wrong move and you'll be pushing daisies. Dr. Svensson? Miss Faye?
He shot the hood.
The hood is the least of our problems. He locked us in here.
Don't worry, I'll think of something. I can't reach it from here. It's blocking the door. I am a scientist, not some kind of Dada artist. I can't reach the generator with the rod from this angle. Now I'm really getting desperate. The tank is up, but without a working hood, I can't get the algae, at least not without improvising. I could slide the rod through the hood, but then the other end would bump against the pane. I wouldn't know how. The stem I can't reach it from here. That could fit. Ha! I can't reach the generator with the rod from this angle. Now I'm really getting desperate. Now it should work.
Do you need help to carry that?
Thanks, but I can manage. Ready for filling up. Doesn't work. The socket is in the way. Well, what now? Ha! No, the hose would tear. I'm almost there.
I think you said that before.
Yes, but this time, it's true. Faye, we have the algae. Let's be off.
I'll take the lead from here.
All right. But please be careful.
Where did I hear that one before? A filing cabinet. Bent, can you help me?
On my way. Oh, God. Please be careful. That looks dangerous.
Yes, sure. Don't worry.
Are you secure? I know the cabinet isn't.
It's okay.
Have you lost your mind? You could have fallen.
But I haven't. It's much too hot. I'll get burned first and then I will fall. What's that switch for?
It's the power switch.
I can't reach it. The cabinet is dangerously close to the edge.
What are you planning now?
Just a sec.
Stop! You are getting down right now and let me do that.
Whoa, just trust me this once. I can take care of myself. Don't worry.
Listen, I've had enough of your...
And stop treating me like a child. Just give me a break. Can you turn off the device next to you?
You want me to turn the heat down?
No, I want you to turn it up because I need to get my hands burned.
Are you mad? Oh, you are being sarcastic.
You got it.
Okay, the heat is off.
It's too far away. Well, the power is off. You can climb the rail now. I'll climb ahead. Meet you upstairs.
All right.
Give up, Dr. Svensson. I may just be the lackey of an unscrupulous energy mogul, but you are no James Bond. Get out of there, but don't hurt yourself, please.
Where is my son?
Dr. Svensson, too, took up residence with the dead Miss Henricks. He's blubbering and bleeding from a gunshot wound. I'll let you see him, but first, you will give me the algae. I assure you that it will be the perfect addition to my client's orchid collection. Have you ever been to Brazil?
Go to hell.
We'll see who makes it first. Farewell, Mr. Bent.
Duva? Go away! Leave me alone!
I'm coming down now. My back.
Bent! Where are you?
Up here. I landed up here. You take care of my son. I'm going to look for a way out.
Understood. Hi, Duva. I'm here to help you.
Well then, welcome to hell.
Are you hurt?
I think I broke my leg.
Does that hurt?
Yes! Yes, goddammit, yes!
Then it is broken. Stay here and rest. I'll find a way to patch you up.
Why? In case you hadn't noticed, we were undocked from the oil rig. If the water pressure doesn't crush us, we'll drown. So, pain in my leg or no, I'll be dead soon anyway.
We'll get out of here. Don't worry. Bent will save us. Trust me. Why are you laughing?
He can't help it, can he? Hey, Bent, I've got news for you. The world is a vale of tears, and your algae won't change a thing.
Yes, it will. I'm from the future, I should know.
She's telling the truth.
Sure.
How could you help that man?
It doesn't matter anymore. Lissa is dead, and we are waiting in line.
We won't die.
Believe what you want, but I made a mistake, and now I'm going to pay for it.
I'm going to find something to treat your leg. Wait here.
Yes. Ha ha. Very funny.
I'd better take her scarf, but I don't want to search her further. Not sure. I can use the scarf to tie the rod to something, but what then? Okay, I'm back.
Duva! Faye, I think I've got it. I switched the hoses so that the H2 is being pumped back into the algae farm.
That's all Greek to me.
H2 is lighter than air and much lighter than water.
Oh, bravo, Bent. High school level physics in the face of death. Your students would love it.
Listen, I just built us an elevator. The gas will push the algae farm up. All we have to do now is climb through the lock and onto the farm before it undocks.
I can't get there fast enough. I broke my leg, remember?
Well, that's where Faye the fairy enters the stage and splints your leg. Hold still. We're almost out of here. Oh no, it's not working again. Bent? Bent, wake up. We're here.
What's up? Are we there yet?
I just told you that. Well, get out of the car. We have a problem.
Augie left the keys in the ignition.
Take them and come with me. Hurry! Bad news. We're stuck. My radio transmitter has gone crazy and Simon says that...
Stop. Wait, just a second. Tell me one thing at a time. Where the devil are we?
We're in the Brazilian jungle, 2 miles from the Indes power plant.
Yes, I know that, but... Do you really think the algae is at the power plant?
I know as much as you, but what I do know is that this horrible man said something about Brazil. And the power plant is Indes's head office in Brazil. Where else would it be?
Sound theory. What did you say? When will the power plant blow up?
About a week after the conference.
Yes, on March 27th. That's today. Out with it. We're not just here for the algae.
No, we have to prevent the accident too.
Why did you let me sleep in? We have no time to lose. Any news from Salvador?
Yes, he's here at the power plant.
You talked to him?
No, I only located him.
What?
Nothing.
Are you worried about Salvador?
Worried? Yes. Bent, do you know what a predestination paradox is?
Wow, that's got something to do with time travel, doesn't it?
Yes. I'm worried that our involvement might have caused the accident in the first place. Salvador wants to shut down the power plant, but maybe that's the thing that went wrong.
Phew. I'd say that finding Salvador made it on our list as well.
Yes, it's right at the top.
I wanted to ask you something else.
Ask, please.
Where the devil are we?
We're in the Brazilian...
Yes. I wanted to ask you something else.
Ask, please.
Who was Simon?
Simon is the barkeep.
The barkeep? Where's the bar?
It's the last stop before one gets to the power plant. The road ends here.
It's only another 2 miles. We can walk.
No. Simon says that's much too dangerous. I already tried.
Christ, no more solos. We'll find a way together. How long was I sleeping?
The whole ride from the heliport to here, like a baby.
Stop that. You're not my mother.
But you could be my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Even if I were, the gene pool would be so watered down by the time you'll be born that we wouldn't have anything in common.
True. I need less sleep, and I don't snore.
Where are Augie and Duva?
They, are doing their own research.
Good grief, if you won't tell me, I'm going to find out myself.
You'll find them at the bar.
Just tell me what I have to do, and I'll do it.
You must find a way for us to get to the power plant. Meanwhile, I'll try to contact Salvador.
All right. We'll work something out.
Right. See you later.